Hey there you guys, Shaun Allen here. Well, today marks another very big day for Disneyland. Today, July 17th, 2016 marks Disneyland's 61st birthday. That's right, the theme park turned 61 today. Does that mean that the 60th anniversary ends today? Not necessarily, because apparently, from what I've heard, the celebration continues on until September. So even though we're going into the 61st year of Disneyland, we are still celebrating it a little bit longer. Probably get rid of all the merchandise. But still. Yeah. 61. Did I make a video for the 60th? I believe I did. So, what has happened this last year? Well, I think, first of all, a record-breaking attendance this last year. Like, so many people came to Disneyland during the 60th anniversary. Probably not so much now that the anniversary is over, at least in my opinion. But I'm betting that once everything cools off with the 60th anniversary, not so many people will be coming to Disneyland. At least I think, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Some people may be more interested in checking out Star Wars Land, so they might be coming to Disneyland to check out, the construction updates or the Rivers of America. It really just depends on what people want to do. Here's a question that I'm pretty sure a lot of people have asked. What would Walt Disney think of Disneyland now, 61 years later? In my opinion, some people might say, well, he's probably rolling around in his grave because, they're destroying his original Disneyland. Yeah, it is his original Magic Kingdom. It's the first Disneyland ever in the world. I know some people like to argue that Walt Disney World is the first one. Well, no. It was Disneyland opened in 1955. Walt Disney World, like 30 years later. So, is that right, 30 years? I believe so. My answer to that question would be he's probably not rolling around in his grave. I know his ticket prices have gone up significantly, not to mention the annual passes. But, sorry, I got an itchy nose. In my opinion, we must remember that Walt Disney said that Disneyland would never be complete. Basically saying that it's never going to be done because imagination is still around. The Walt Disney Imagineers have been doing a tremendous job either upgrading their rides or coming up with new rides. And it's still going very strong. Now, some people may look at Star Wars Land and go, well, that's Star Wars. Not necessarily. The characters and maybe the ships, like the Millennium Falcon and X-Wing, but not the land, because the land is brand new. The land was never thought of until Disney got, basically, the sole rights of Star Wars and the characters. Yeah, they built Star Tours before they got the rights. They partnered with George Lucas to build Star Tours, but they didn't really officially own Star Wars. Not yet, at least. It's hard to imagine that Disney would actually, later on, would purchase Star Wars and Marvel to create all these different attractions and experiences. So, yeah, Star Wars Land is outside of Disneyland, technically, because of the railroad. I don't know if you guys ever saw the video where I mentioned that somebody I talked to said, well, I think it's bad that the land is outside of the tracks and whatnot. And, I didn't think about it at the time, but I forgot to say this to him. I was going to say, well, what about Toontown? Toontown's outside of Disneyland. It's beyond the tracks. So, this will be the second land outside of Star Wars Land. But you know what? It just further proves Walt Disney's point that Disneyland will never be complete because it's still growing to this day. Obviously, because if you remember, Disneyland only started with Main Street, Adventureland, Frontierland, Fantasyland, and Tomorrowland. Now, We also have New Orleans Square, Critter Country, Toontown, and pretty soon, Star Wars Land. Not to mention that we also got a whole other theme park and shopping and dining experience. Of course, I'm referring to Disney California Adventure and Downtown Disney. So, Disneyland will never be complete. I don't think it ever will be. Now, I know that some rides have come and gone, but that doesn't mean that other better rides might be, used in place of the older rides. Yeah, we may have regrets and feelings towards certain attractions, and we're sad to see them go, but the new rides should get us excited because that's what Disney wants us to be. They want us to be excited for these other attractions. So, yeah, and sometimes sometimes they take out certain things that a lot of people don't want them to take out. I can understand that. But personally, it's just another way to show that Disneyland just continues to grow. So, yeah. And Walt Disney said it perfectly. Disneyland will never be complete unless there's imagination left there's no imagination left in the world. I think that's how it went. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Walt Disney wanted us to enjoy Disneyland, not to argue about the changes, because obviously changes are going to happen, right? Does it really hurt me that they're shortening the Rivers of America? Not really, because they're not really taking a whole lot of the island. They're taking the backstage area that we don't really see on the island. I mean, to me, that's like, okay, so what? If it's an area that we can't really get to, then it's not really making it any different, from my opinion. But from what I've seen from the concept art, the end result looks amazing. Waterfalls, a new scenery. The train will be on like this bridge. Oh yeah, and the train will be making its first left turn for the Disneyland Railroad, because it always keeps going right because it's going in a circle. Well, it's no longer going to be a circle now. But still, it's going to look amazing. I guarantee it. And, I've been watching other channels on the updates for Disneyland, but I can't wait to see it in person. Because, you have to see it in person to really appreciate what's going on. I got to make sure my camera's still running because it's getting hot. So, yeah. So, a lot of things have happened this last year, both good and bad, with Disneyland. And I'm looking forward to the next year of Disneyland. 61st anniversary. Of course, they won't celebrate it as the 61st anniversary because the 60th is so much better. My question is, what's going to happen in the next 10 years when we get to the 70th anniversary? Of course, now it's going to be 9 years because we're at 61st. Who knows? Well, obviously, we'll have Star Wars Land, and we'll have the new route to Mickey's Toontown. The whole area for Rivers of America will be done. We'll get the cabin back and the Indian camp back. And, yeah, the Big Thunder Ranch area may be gone, but, I know a lot of people really had a lot of sentimental value towards Big Thunder Ranch, but not for me personally, because I didn't really get a chance to go back there very often. So, for me, it's not really a big loss, but when I saw the restaurant, it was definitely worth the experience. But, yeah, it's a loss for Disneyland, but I think the end result of what's coming is going to be amazing. So, anyways, again, the 60th anniversary goes on until September, so if you guys haven't been to Disneyland yet, go and get your chances in to check out the 60th anniversary merchandise, the castle in all its glory, the Carthay Circle with its diamonds glory, and don't forget, you should get some of these pins before they're gone, because once the 60th anniversary is done, you won't be able to get these unless you go to Amazon or eBay, and of course you have to pay the hefty price of $50 to maybe $100 per pin, which is ridiculous, and plus shipping and handling, and maybe even a sales tax. So, and I do recommend that if you want to get some special Mickey Mouse ears for the 60th anniversary, there you go. Those are your ears that you should get. I never got a chance to get the ones from the 50th anniversary, but I can officially say that I have the ears from the 60th anniversary. That is cool. I can also say that I was there for the 60th anniversary for the entire year, you know, to celebrate it. Maybe not through June and July, but pretty much, you know, a good 10 months worth, which I think, you know, in my opinion, was a lot of fun. And I can't wait for the 70th anniversary. What do you think they're going to do with the 70th anniversary? The marble celebration. The gold celebration. This is the diamond celebration. What are they going to come up with? Titanium celebration? I don't know. Well, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really do appreciate it. I also appreciate all the comments that I've been getting these last few days. It really does mean a lot. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm making videos every day now, up until the end of August. I don't know if I'll be continuing on with daily uploads. We will see beyond August, because I'll probably be starting classes by that time. Well, of course I will be. But, again, as long as I keep on doing daily uploads, you guys will still watch, right? Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, favorite the video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to my channel. The Disneyland video series is greatly appreciated. I enjoy getting new subscribers. At some point here, if you want to be able to contribute to this channel, there's always the GoFundMe channel, or my GoFundMe icon on my channel. I'll be getting that up and running very soon here, so if it's not up and running, it's probably, by this time, it will probably be up, but if it's not, then give it some time. But yeah, if you want to find ways on how to contribute to this channel, always go there. I am planning on opening up a P.O. Box account, so if you guys want to send, like, mail, whatever, you have your guys, maybe your channel shouted out, let me know. I can do that. So, again, thank you so much for watching, and that's it. Oh, and one more thing. Happy birthday, Disneyland. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope your day was a magical one. Bye! Oh, oh, my ears are okay.